עוד יותר, יוצרי התוכן של ישראל.
Selfie or video? Oh,
Selfie.
Wow. It has been a long, 3 weeks, 2 weeks?
2 weeks, I think.
Maybe more. I'm losing track of time. I don't know what's happening anymore. It feels like half a year has passed by.
Yeah. Wars in Israel have the tendency to feel a lot longer than they are, other than this actual war.
The 12-day war, as coined by President Donald J. Trump.
Oh my God. It's actually a 600 and war. So but
it's
a war inside of a war, it's inceptions of wars.
Literally.
It's you finish one and then you actually in a different one. Oh my God.
Literally.
Yeah. I lost my mind.
Same. So let's a lot of people have been following us, been DMing us. Where's the podcast been?
Yeah.
We'll start off by saying that my apartment got a little wrecked by the missile that hit. Mm-hmm. We'll get into that a bit soon, but let's talk about this wartime, Matan. Like, how was it for you?
It was intense. I got a little flashback to the beginning of this current war, which, the Hasbara videos and...
Which you brought back, kind of.
Yeah. I didn't want to.
Yeah.
But then I've seen like a bunch of people trying to do them, and I was like, oh God, this again. Mm-hmm. Okay, I guess I'll have to.
The one you sent me, we'll get into it. That I showed my mom.
Okay.
Hilarious.
I told you. Yeah. So it was intense. It was very hard for me. My commander, my squad leader. He asked me like, do you wanna join us? And I was like, dude, if you can spare me, I don't want to do it. Like, I'm not, and if you need me, I told him very plain and simple. I was like, if you need me, I'll be there.
Right.
No question asked. But if you can spare me, because I live outside of the West Bank, Judean Samaria, and everything is going on with the new TV show and whatever. So if you can spare me, I would really appreciate it. And he was like, okay, give me the weekend to think about it. It was just like the beginning of the war. Like the sirens went off on between Thursday and Friday. Mm-hmm. And Friday morning, I got the call. And I was like, dude. And he was like, you know what? Let me just get the weekend to think about it. I'll see what I can do. And then on Sunday, he finally was like, you know what? For now, just be at home. If we need you, we'll call you. But like, we appreciate everything you do. Like my friends from reserve service, they know who I am and they know what I do. Mm-hmm. And they're like, if we'll desperately need you, we'll let you know. But for now, stay at home. And I was like, okay, at least one thing.
You were helping out in other ways, Hasbara.
Of course, and I've been doing. I felt like it's my duty to do it, especially if I'm not in the reserve service. I'll continue making those videos, and it was hard. It was a bad flashback, but at least it ended. Faster than...
Agreed. So let's take it back from the first day or morning. Okay. Friday, early morning. Yeah. We had the siren at, 3 in the morning?
3 in the morning.
I rushed over to my GBF, gay best friend's place, Blake.
And I rushed to my JBL
Blake,
to listen to some music.
Blake has a Mossad in his apartment. And basically Blake... As I said, he's gay. And
again,
he was really looking...
Blake is gay. If anybody...
He was really looking forward to Pride. Okay. It was Pride weekend. And you know what he said to me that morning, Matan? And I want to hear your thoughts on it. Mm-hmm. Blake said the IDF chose to attack Iran during this time because lots of Americans are here for Pride, including Caitlyn Jenner. And Iran will never attack back because of the gay Americans visiting for Pride. Thoughts on that take?
I love the fact that gay people and American people always think that it's all about them. So the worst combination you can have is a gay American because they are 100% sure that everything is happening in the world is because of them. Nobody gives a shit that you're gay, Blake. Nobody gives a shit that you came here to Israel to celebrate gay pride.
No, he lives here.
Exactly.
He was saying... They will never attack Israel because Caitlyn Jenner, and
they didn't, right? They didn't attack us. Nobody died. Nothing happened, right? They didn't send any ballistic missiles or fucking drones. They didn't because they were gay Americans. Of course they did. That's the stupidest fucking shit I've ever heard in my life. What the fuck are you talking about? If anything, the Iranian will be. We want to attack more. You don't know how Muslims feel towards gay people. Like, do you have any like? I don't. Oh God.
No, I hear you.
If anything, the Iranian people would love that opportunity to attack as many gay people as they want. Like it's insane. But I love the in his mind it makes sense.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
By the way, do you pronounce Iran or Iran?
Iran. But it's I would say it in Hebrew, but like it doesn't matter. Iran. Iran. They make everything so like Iran.
So that was the morning of. Flash forward to 2 days after Blake's apartment got demolished.
Blake זה הגay.
GBF.
Blake is the gay guy. Yeah, if you okay.
Blake's apartment demolished. Like he lives right on Allenby Pinsker. Totally destroyed. Like, yeah, we have before and after videos. I'll show you guys after.
If he's concerned about that, wait until you die. You're gonna hate hell.
So that was a crazy time. Mossad, can we talk about the Mossad? Building drones inside Iran? Yeah. Our boys are literally everywhere, Matan. They're everywhere.
They're like a military Bet Chabad. They're everywhere. Insane. And we have a theory that my dad is in the Mossad because every time he leaves, something happens. And then every time he's abroad, something happens. He's supposed to be in Thailand right now. I don't believe that for a minute.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I called him and I was like, Dad, are you okay? Like, your flight's going to be delayed. I don't know. Like, people. And he told me, like, plain and simple, I was like, no, it's going to be over until I'm come back. And I was like, why are you so sure? I was like, no, don't worry. I was like, okay.
Probably, definitely in the Mossad.
Probably,
that
definitely. Yeah. I don't think my dad is in the Mossad because he's got no energy for anything.
Okay.
So I don't think he built drones. You know?
Oh my God, I can't imagine your dad
it's a
doing
little
That's
bit.
the perfect cover.
Yeah, honestly.
That's the perfect cover.
It's always those people you wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
So a missile hit next to Allenby Pinsker, which is a sacred spot for Olim. Nabiuna coffee shop, next to Trumpeldor Beach, kind of.
It's because the American people and the Iranian didn't want to hit any American people.
And
that's why.
Apparently there's these office spaces that got destroyed. Apparently Iran quoted that it's Mossad headquarters and buildings. Yeah, and Mossad was like, we're not even there. We're
all in Tehran.
So
it's the gay headquarters, just so you know. It's the Mossad gay headquarters.
Oh my God.
MGH.
Oh my gosh. And Matan, you actually...
It's the MGH, the Mossad gay headquarters.
Do you think Iran strategically knew that all the Olim and gay people were in that area and they were like,
of course, because Americans, everything anybody does. Well, always. It's always thinking first, where are the Americans? Because obviously the world revolves around you. So yeah, of course.
So can I tell you, I got in trouble by a Jewish organization. I'm not going to say who. Because they
Jews for a pastime?
We love this Jewish organization. Okay. They put all their kiddos, all their interns in a hotel. Once the war started, in a hotel in Tel Aviv. And I posted a video. Thank God, like, our, like, sacred economy, like, savers are tucked away in a secret, like, hotel, like, to protect the people who bring the economy to life. And they reached out to me. They were like, you're revealing where they are. I didn't say the hotel name.
Oh, wow.
They were like, Iran can target this place. You're risking the safety of our participants. I'm like, come on.
First of all.
As someone in the army, what do you have to say about this?
First of all, obviously, the Iranian regime is following Olim and TLV. Obviously.
Actually, they tweeted our video.
Exactly.
The Iran military tweeted the video of the person running. Did you see the girl who was ran to the shelter and was trying to film content and then bumped her head? She sent it to me.
It was all over the news.
And we were the first ones to post it. Iran military tweeted it. So we did make
it was on Moadon Laila.
Yeah.
That video. Amazing. Don't film and run to the shelter. That's crazy. But yeah, obviously everything that ever happens is all about American citizens and
being protected. Exactly. So yeah, we got in trouble. We also got in trouble which we'll get to, but when they evacuated the Taglit kids on a rescue boat.
Rescue, yeah.
And we were told that we're revealing to the Iranians also where the Taglit kids are going to be, and it's risking their safety. So also got in trouble for that. But enough about us. Let's talk about your video, Matan.
Which one?
Apparently, according to Iranian news sources, we hid fighter jets in our studio apartments in Tel Aviv.
That's true.
What's your take on that?
First of all, I think it's the right place and right time to finally come clean and say that yes, every single apartment in Tel Aviv is, concealing a fighter jet, and underneath hospitals and
Because we have so much space for that.
Submarines. Tanks. And now some people on the news said like, oh, they're just making fun of Israel, saying that under the hospitals in Gaza there's okay, but first of all, dumbass, we have actual proof of Hamas tunnels underneath hospitals in Gaza. Like, we have actual footage of that. Now, if the Iranian regime is trying to make fun of like, oh, we do the same thing as you guys, first of all, the usage of AI was embarrassing, like so embarrassing.
Crazy.
Second of all, we bombed your news building, which was the best thing that ever happened. Like that.
That was wild.
Going,
that was wild.
And then and everything it's amazing. I love that. And the fact that the Iranian regime is like, oh, we won this war, it's just crazy.
Iconic.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And it's a very important it's very important to emphasize that we got nothing against the Iranian people. It's the Iranian Islamic radical regime, which is crazy, and execute women for not covering their hair, and executing people who they're just suspicious that they work with the Mossad, whatever. They made all the Jews living in Iran to swear allegiance to the Islamic Republic of Iran, and to go on the news and say that they support the Iranian regime, which, if you do that, you're just proving to us that you're insane, like crazy North Korea style ruler. And I think it got the Israeli, Jewish, and Iranian people closer, which I love.
Over social media.
Because it's amazing. Because the Iranians that lives in the States, for example, they were all pro-Israel. You know who wasn't pro-Israel? Liberal dumbasses was walking around with like a Palestinian flag. Iran had the right to defend itself. American people are truly the dumbest people on earth. Like, truly the hottest and the dumbest people on the face of the earth. Like, the people I've seen on social media going screaming like, why do Israel attack Iran? Let him have the nuclear weapon. What do you do? Like, you're roping the United States into this unnecessary war. Like, how dumb can you be that a country of 10 million people is roping this amazing empire? The United States of America.
But it's important to note, not all Americans.
Of course not.
Libs.
Of course, the woke libs.
Thank you.
Let's be very specific about the stupid people in the States.
Thank you.
Candace Owens. I won't say that. I won't say that. Okay.
Moving on to the next topic.
Yeah.
Olim Evacuation Chronicles. Guys, first war I didn't leave. Are you proud of me? I didn't even get a...
Because there wasn't flights. There were no any flights. Your mom got rescued from the Satai, right? She needed a rescue.
True story. True story.
She was...
My parents got rescued from the Satai. They were stranded there at a 5-star hotel for 3 weeks, and they got on a government evacuee flight.
We did a video
Thoughts
call.
and prayers needed. For
we did a video call, me and Vered, Noah's mom. And she was like, "Yeah, we're waiting for the rescue." I was like, "Yeah, to rescue you from the Satai."
And you think I'm spoiled?
I was like, "Oh, that's okay. That makes sense now."
Yeah, my little sister was complaining about the Satai breakfast. She was like, "Mom, I can't even look at this breakfast anymore." She had it for 3 weeks. Poor thing.
She's such a Jap.
Such a Jap.
Your little sister is such a Jap.
She's on another level.
I have a whole different appreciation for you after seeing your sister. That's I joined them for breakfast because I love Noah's family, and she sat there
just on her phone,
just like, Like it's such a. I was like, hey, how are you? Hi.
True
I was
story.
like, okay, that makes sense. Just like, okay, that makes sense.
We'll get to that too, though. But did you hear Zach Kamar was a moving target?
What do you mean?
He's like a reverse good luck charm. Wherever he went, a bomb followed. The day before the missile hit in Allenby Pinsker, Zach texts me. He's like, I'm staying at this Airbnb. It doesn't have a Mossad. I'm thinking of moving to an Airbnb in Blake's building. Okay. I'm like,
Blake is the gay guy.
Blake GBF, gay best friend.
The GBF.
Yeah.
The JBL. Okay.
I was like, Zach, you 100% should move there. It has a Mossad. Move there. You need to have a Mossad.
Of course.
He moves there. The middle of the night that he moves there, bomb goes off. The entire Airbnb trashed, wrecked. Poor guy. He was calling me. He was crying.
Oh my God.
The next day.
I'm sorry that I'm laughing. It's not funny, but like.
Literally a moving target. The next day, he's like, okay, I have to get out of Tel Aviv. It's dangerous here. Like, let's go to Herzliya. The next day, missiles in Herzliya.
Yeah.
Zach.
Like,
what are we doing here?
Just leave the country, dude.
And he did. He ended up escaping via Jordan.
Yeah. Next day, bombs in London. No, I'm kidding.
We're not there yet.
Next day, a lot of Muslims in London. No, I'm kidding. It's all the time.
All the time.
But yeah, it's crazy.
Caitlyn Jenner escaped via Jordan also.
That was the worst trip ever, I think, for her.
Poor girl.
Like she came for the pride.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Drinking wine in the shelter, that was awful.
But she handled it like a champ. She was tweeting. She was like, I wouldn't change my vacation here. I wouldn't change anything.
And by the way, it wasn't that like far-fetched to bring her to the podcast. Like Regev told me, if she wasn't like, hit the fan, maybe. And I was like, I'll take that maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll take the maybe. We'll hold on to that for next time.
For that maybe.
We're holding on to it for next time.
Yeah.
And then another.
That's crazy.
Could you imagine?
Caitlyn Jenner in our pocket. That's insane. I don't even I can't. Oh my God. Okay.
One day we'll get there.
Of course.
It's just the beginning.
And then Caitlyn,
and then the other Jenner.
Oh, the Kardashians.
Yeah, all the Kardashians. One day we'll have Kim Kardashian here too. Maybe Kanye also.
Okay, maybe after he's get his pill subscription exactly right.
Exactly. Another evacuation chronicle, which we briefly discussed, was the Taglit and summer interns being evacuated on a rescue boat to Cyprus. Did you see those videos?
No.
You didn't?
I just know that
of them partying and drinking.
I just know they fuck up my show.
Boat.
That's the only thing I know.
Forgot about that.
Because I supposed to have a show which is now on August 14th.
Take note, people.
Okay. The next show that we have, Olim TLV, it's very important. The next show that we have is this month, July 22nd. Stand Up Factory, a great lineup of comedians, going to be awesome. Show after that, it's August 14th, which was supposed to be June 19th. So I'm hoping that it was a 400 people venue and now it's 200 people venue because the Taglit ran off, understandably. So it's very important. So please, guys, support comedy in Israel. It's so hard between war to war and during a war, whatever. So July, this month, 22nd, Stand Up Factory, and August 14th. Zoa.
Mark your calendar.
Please.
So real quickly on the birthright kids, let me tell you what happened. They took the birthright kids and Mossad summer interns to Eilat, okay, or a kibbutz. One of their two, you got split up. Then they all took them on a boat from Haifa, brought them back up to Haifa, took them on a boat from Haifa to Cyprus.
Oh.
And there were videos coming out on the boat that these kids are partying, having the time of their lives, drinking. And everyone was saying this birthright boat is better than regular birthright. Like they want to change Taglit now to be these cruise Taglits.
Taglit cruise.
Taglit cruises. They want to rebrand, repivot Taglit to Taglit cruises. Unbelievable. Our interns literally sailed to Cyprus. Like, insane.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
People left through Jordan. It was crazy. Zach left through Jordan. Yeah, that's crazy.
This little poor Jewish guy. Yeah. Like, white Jewish guy. So funny. So that was an evacuation. Matan also discussed my family's evacuation from the Satai. Some family drama there.
Yeah.
They needed thoughts and prayers. They were safely evacuated via the U.S. government.
From the Satai.
So yeah, any other funny evacuation stories you heard?
I don't think so, but My cleaning lady, her house in Bat Yam got hit by a rocket.
Wow.
And she was like, I can't come in this week because my house got hit. And I was like, sure. Like, so you need like a day or two? She was like, no, I'm going to go to my parents' house in Beersheba.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, so I'm not cleaning the house until you're back. Like, I'm you know, I'm a faithful guy and I hate cleaning. So she came back and it's all good now. But yeah, I missed her so much.
BH. Okay, so as probably expected, the topic for this pod is going to be wartime dating. Because we were back into the kind of wartime like dating and flirting and Tinder conversations. First of all, let's talk about the new pilot fever. Suddenly, every girl in Tel Aviv wants to date a pilot.
Suddenly?
Was it always?
What do you mean suddenly?
What?
Yeah, before the war.
I don't know.
Before the war, pilots were trash. Nobody wanted to date a pilot, but now, are you crazy? Are you
is that a thing? And do most girls want to date pilots? Can you explain? No, I know it a little, but I feel like most of our followers don't know.
What do you mean?
Explain to the Jewish American community, the Olim, what does it mean to be a pilot?
It's the hardest thing to do in the Israeli army. Like being a fighter jet like pilot, it's the hardest thing. They go through so much training and it takes years. That's why we have the best pilots in the world. We have the best training. And to date a pilot, it's like winning the lottery. It's what it is.
Well, some either say that or some say they're too complicated and they have a high ego, so don't date them.
Okay.
What do you think?
Okay. Don't date a pilot because they're too complicated and you're so simple, right? You're such a simple and pleasant person.
Say. My cousin was in the Air Force. Not a pilot. She was a girl. She was like assisting with operations. And
she still is a girl, but yeah.
She still is a girl. Sorry, not less.
She was a girl when she was in the Air Force.
But she said, pilot, like, don't date pilots. They're too complicated. That's whatever. It can go either way, you know?
Yeah. Don't eat caviar. It's too expensive.
Exactly.
Sure.
But Mamad dates have also become the new Netflix and chill, specifically for this.
Mamad and chill.
First dates in bomb shelters.
Yeah.
Would you go on a first date in a bomb shelter, Matan?
No.
No? Even if this war lasted a month and all you could do was...
I canceled. I had a date that I was really looking forward to with a girl that I really wanted to date for some time. But because of the war, it got canceled, obviously. And now she's dating someone. So I guess it worked out for her.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm happy for her. Like it's it's if you took something from that terrible experience and now you're dating someone, good for you.
Yeah. Are you on dating apps? No.
No,
okay.
I can't. There's some fake versions of me.
I'm sure.
But no, I'm not on dating apps. I can't. It's weird for me and it's creepy. And for people who is like it's working for them, I'm all for it. I wish it would work out for me. But it's
not for you.
No, it's not for me.
So let me explain to you what went down during the war. There was a Tinder profile evolution. Before, all these guys' bios had traveling the world, love hiking, etc. Now they all change it to, I have a well-stocked mamad, excellent Iron Dome view, don't worry. So really, like, one thing I'll like give to the Israeli culture and the Israeli people is the quick turnaround with adjusting to different...
If there's anything that Jewish people are very good at, other than, math and sciences and everything, it's making babies during wartime. That's like that's why there's so many people in Israel. And after every war, there's going to be a lot more, in 9 months from now, there's going to be a lot of new babies.
100%. Do you think a wanna come to my mamad is a valid pickup line?
I don't know. I got a mamad and I've never said that.
You've never said to a girl, want to come to my mamad?
No, my mamad is filled with Legos and stuff I love. I don't need her to be like, can I touch this and that? No, stay outside. But I think I don't know. It's good to have. It's very important to have. I'm so glad that when me and my roommate at the time, Dor, when we left our old Chulon building, I told him next apartment we gotta have a mamad like before everything else. He was like, why? I don't think like it's kind of at the end of everything. Hamas is not really shooting rockets anymore. And I was like, dude, I don't know. We live in Israel. I need a mamad. I don't know what will happen. And the Iranian war started. And I was like, oh God, thank God I'm smart. Thank God I don't believe to anybody other than my intuition. And I knew there's something going to break out. So there was an alarm. I went to Mossad, closed the door, built some Legos.
So you're telling me you had no girl over in the Mossad during
No,
this time? Oh, okay.
no. I wasn't, like, to be very honest, brutally honest, I wasn't in a good place during those 12 days. I was in a very paranoid, kind of like skittish, anxious
Yeah.
place. They told me basically that they could call me to reserve like any minute, just like be available, you know. And it's not a good state of mind to be with especially a new girl or like
Right.
date somebody. I visited my parents a few times because they obviously have a bomb shelter because they live in Ganyavne. But I don't think like I couldn't. I was with close friends. My friends came to my house because I got a mamad, so we hang out, and I needed that interaction with people because it kind of felt like COVID at times.
100%.
It kind of felt like nobody got out.
Wanted to
Everybody
leave.
wanted to be in their own apartments.
100%.
So it kind of felt like COVID and a war mixed in together. So it was very important to me to be surrounded by my friends. But I waited with the dating stuff until after. I don't think
that makes sense.
I don't think still, to be honest. I know this podcast is all about like fun and comedy or whatever, but like I don't think I fully recovered from the state of mind that I had during the war, and I think I'm still trying to pick myself up after. It was mentally very, very hard for me. There was a lot going on, a lot of stuff going on. The show just aired, and everything was happening at once. And like every war, you don't know where it's going to end until it ends. And then the next day, everything is usual.
That's
like
crazy.
There's a truce. So tomorrow you're working, regularly, which is insane.
It's insane.
You don't have any cool off time. You don't have any time
to process.
Time to process. So for me, I feel like like a lot. Like many Israelis, and obviously Olim, it takes time to fully process what we've been through. So I'm taking my time to understand like what happened.
And I think you just touched on such a good point, because I think a lot of Olim here, especially the ones who have been here for the past 3 years, we're used to it at this point. Even for me personally, like, you knew me on October 7th, I was like, I couldn't handle it. Now I was definitely way more calm.
Yeah.
But obviously we're still, it doesn't get any easier. It doesn't. And a lot of Olim here after, we were just like, how are we supposed to go back to normal? And everyone's like, this is the Israeli resiliency. This is the resiliency. And we get that. But at the same time, it's like mentally, like, it's so hard to process. Just like, you want to be strong. You want to be able to move on. You want to act like you're mature and you can bounce back, but it's not easy. And I think it's so important that you touch note on that.
It's very important, and it's very important that you will understand that it's okay. It's okay that you're not fully all together by now. Nobody is.
Yeah.
So don't feel bad or ashamed that everybody around you're like acting normal and you're just still terrified, because most of us are.
Yeah.
And I think you should take care of. I said it in my Hebrew podcast, but first of all, you should take care of your nefesh, your neshama, your soul, your personality, and go see a therapist or whatever you need to do, because take care of yourself, and don't feel like this pressure to be normal again because everybody around you acts normal. You don't know what happened inside them. So it's okay to feel those feelings, and it's okay to feel like it's crazy to go back to normal, because it is.
And Olim, don't be ashamed to say that you're anxious or this just because everyone around you seems like they're doing normal. Like, that's not the case. Social media is fake, and you never know what anyone's going through.
As an Israeli, it was very hard for me and for many of my friends to go back to normal. It was weighing on our souls. So don't think all Israelis are, they're so tough, whatever. I feel weird to express my feelings, because maybe they'll be like, because you're an ole or ola, so you're weak. And Israelis, no, it's hard on us too. Very, very hard. So please take care of yourself.
Wow. Glad we touched touch point on
It was
that.
important
It
to
was
me.
very important. Very important. Okay, so we have a quick audience question. I'm sorry to like flip the.
No.
humor there,
Let's go.
but-
Let's go. We're done with the mushy stuff.
Yeah.
Let's.
But the audience question is:
Yeah.
Is it wrong to use war as an excuse to slide into DMs?
You know what? No.
No, it's not
No.
wrong.
Because it's a war. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if your house is going to get hit from a ballistic missile tomorrow or tonight. Yeah. Slide into
To
every
crush.
DM.
What about an ex?
Whatever.
Is it ethical to check in on your ex during a text?
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I was in a bad place. Do whatever the makes you happy. It's a war. Everything. Do whatever makes you happy.
Okay.
I started talking to somebody that I haven't talked to for months now just because of the war. I heard there were some hits in Haifa, and I was like, I told her, plain and simple, that's my excuse. Are you okay in Haifa? And we just started talking.
Oh.
So I did it, and it. Yeah. You know what? It's a war.
Do whatever you want.
The least we can have from this horrible situation
Is
sliding.
sexting.
Yes. Yes.
Just do it.
Yeah.
So whoever asked this question, it is not wrong to use war as an excuse.
Not
to
at
slide
all.
into DMs. Even more so, it's preferred
Yes.
to use war as an
Yes.
excuse to slide
I
into
was
someone's
waiting
DMs.
for months because she kind of ghosted me.
Oh, okay.
And I was waiting.
Like
yeah.
for Haifa to get bombed.
No. I swear to God, listen to
He
this.
was waiting for months for Haifa to get
Listen
bombed.
to this. I was waiting for the right time
Uh-huh.
to maybe send a message because I felt like it wasn't over and maybe there's some stuff she needs to process or whatever. And I didn't know what to do. So I kind of left it alone. And then the war started happening. And one of the sirens, I said to myself, like in one of the sirens, I was like, if there's going to be reports of hits in Haifa, I'm going to send her a message. 5 minutes later, there's some Haifa and the area.
like,
I was like, are you okay?
It's like God answered your prayers.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's how I look at it.
Oh my
And we
God.
still talk. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
And she knows. I told her it's an excuse. I hope you're okay, regardless. I hope you're okay, but it's 100% excuse. And she was like, Haifa has been hit before. What have you been waiting for? Like, it's not the
so
first time.
funny.
And I was like,
That is
I don't know.
so funny. Oh my gosh.
So we both was like in the same page of
Yeah.
like, it's an excuse, but sure.
Sure, let's go for it.
Let's go for it.
Amazing. So we're into the hot takes.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
it?
that's it. It's-
Shout out to Paula, our number one listener.
Paula.
She loves hot takes. She loves the hot takes.
Paula. Is she Brazilian?
She's Latino.
Latino? And
Yeah.
you're friends with her?
Yes.
She lives here?
No.
No, in the-
She lives in Miami, and we're good friends. So shout out to her and her boyfriend. Obviously, they're great, and she's so awesome. And she's coming to Israel.
Amazing.
On August on my birthday.
Amazing.
So we're gonna party.
So we're going to be invited to Maton's birthday celebration because Maton never invites me. So
No, you got to come. I told Paula. She's a big
I'm
fan.
waiting for a birthday invite.
She's a big fan of the podcast, and she's coming here, and I want her to feel comfortable because obviously she doesn't know Hebrew that well. So we need you.
Obviously.
Okay, so you're gonna hang out. We're
Obviously,
gonna hang
we
out,
will.
and we're gonna have a great time.
We will.
And if you're gonna record a podcast, maybe she can be a guest.
Let's do it. Looking forward to meeting you, Paula.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Hot takes. Any embarrassing message sent during the war do not count.
That's true.
Like sexting,
I agree.
like sexting, nudes, like whatever.
I agree.
It
I
doesn't
don't
count?
text. I didn't text any weird things or like sexual things because I was genuinely afraid that would be my last text. I was genuinely afraid that they would pull my body through the rubble and be like, okay, let's hear
my
his
God.
last text. Oh, where's that booty? I couldn't take that chance.
Okay.
Every time the siren went off, I was like, take care of everybody, like Shema Yisrael and everything. Like, so if
You weren't like sun pick.
no,
Okay, cool.
not at all.
Okay, so they don't count. These
They
embarrassing
don't
ones.
count, but for me, I was like,
You were conscious of it.
I
still.
can't take that
Yeah.
chance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that. Okay. Mamad is better than dating apps. Meeting people in the Mamad is better than dating apps.
in a shelter. You
In a
mean.
shelter, bomb shelter.
Mamad,
yeah.
Mamad is a personal
Sorry.
thing about yes,
Meeting people in a bomb shelter is better than meeting people on dating apps.
100%. Of course, when you meet someone, like first of all, traumas bond people. Let's start from there. And during the war, there was a lot of shelters or like underground places that people just lived there.
Yeah.
They had their little tents and whatever, and they lived there. And there was the communities formed.
It's crazy.
From those places, and people who lived next to each
Communities
other.
and babies probably made.
Obviously.
In the rumors in the tents in the Dizengoff Center, people were just fucking all night. No, I'm not.
True. That's
Crazy.
Crazy. And people who were neighbors for years never met each other until this war. So, yeah, whatever happens in the shelter
stays in the shelter. Trademarked here on the Olim and TLV podcast. Exactly. Trademark that here. Anyway,
that's the name of this episode.
Whatever happens at the shelter stays at the shelter. Love it.
Thank you.
Calories don't count during the war.
Also true.
Did you emotionally eat during the war?
I ate like crazy.
Really? Tell us.
Yeah.
Tell us
my God. So much shit.
You cooked or not really? You ordered
both.
Both. Okay.
I cooked like I don't understand why. I guess it's something that happened on media, but like I had a craving for ptitim and naknikiot.
Daniela meets?
Daniela meet, Kobe,
wow, that sounds really good right now.
Listen, the last time I ate ptitim and hot dogs was when I was, which are our version of spaghetti and hot dogs, was when I was like maybe 12. Wow. That was the last time. Because I don't really eat ptitim and I don't like hot dogs is nice, but you know, whatever. But with, you know, the red sauce, whatever. Right. But this war, I was like, okay.
I gotta get ptitim and hot dogs.
What do I need? I want to make it right now, and I did, and I make a video about it. I think that video, you can really see me crashing out. Like the video was me I had enough, and I was crashing out during the recipe. And
I haven't seen that video. I need to see
my
it.
dear friend Yarden, I'll show it to you. My dear friend Yarden came to visit me because I told you my friends came over. I have a mamad, whatever, and it's a crash out video if I ever made one.
I need to see it.
I will show it to you.
I need to see it. Oh my gosh. So calories don't count during the war. It's okay to emotionally eat. It's not a hot take. Not controversial.
And now I'm working out this.
Exactly. It's ptitim and hot dogs.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we kind of touched base on this, but sexting is normal during wartime.
True.
Okay.
True. I told you I would never do it because I'm afraid that would be my last text. But yeah.
It is normal.
It is.
It's a normalized thing here in Israel. People know it happens.
I'm so bad at it, by the way.
Sexting? I feel like you'd be good at it.
So
no?
bad.
Really?
People forget that most of my life I was religious. For most of my life, and I know how to be affectionate, like in person. I really love being affectionate with people. Obviously, with the other side is, you know, everything is, you know. When the time is right and when the atmosphere is right, I really love being affectionate.
Do you know how to flirt well?
I don't know. Like I used to think of myself as somebody who knows how to flirt, but I don't think that I'm really good at it. If I like you, I'll tell you that I like you. That's not flirting. You're very direct. That's not flirting.
Right.
You know?
You're just direct.
Yeah.
You don't play the games.
I don't. That's why I'm single, I guess.
Such a good boy.
No, that's why I'm single. I guess I hate the game. I hate to not get your message. Like if somebody that I like that girl from Haifa is sending me a message, if I can't answer right now, I'll be like, get back to you as soon as I can, you know? And I'll text you back like, don't worry, I'm sorry for the delay. I was doing this and that. I would never be like, hey, like 6 hours later.
Right.
You know? Because I don't want that to be done to me. I would never do something to somebody which I don't want to be done to me because it's not fair. Like if you text somebody that you like and they take forever to answer, it's excruciating. That's horrible experience.
We need more guys like Matan. Guys, take notes.
It's such
Do you speak about this in your Hebrew podcast
Not
too?
Really.
Gosh,
Not really.
we need to do a Matan dating 101 to Israeli guys. Seriously.
I'm talking about just a little bit in my Hebrew podcast, but because we don't really talk about dating because Razi's married, so we don't really talk about dating. But I think it's such a horrible experience when you really like somebody and you text them and they don't text you back for hours and hours. They're like, "Oh, I was busy."
Just lead you on.
Who the you? Are you the CEO of Google? I was busy. Yeah. You were on your phone. You know what? Text me. I'm sorry, I'm really busy. I'll talk to you later. Right. That text will, it's enough for days, you know? But just if you don't have enough dignity to just give me the minimum of respect of be like, I'm sorry, like it took me some time, I'm a little bit busy. I don't want to talk to you.
Agreed.
And it happened to me so many times that I really was into a girl. And then I was like, hey, and she took like 2 days to answer. That was it for me. I can't like her anymore. She thinks that she's like playing the game.
Yeah. But do you
For
think
me-
it's kind of reversed effect because they look at you and they think you're what you are, like you're famous and all this stuff, so they feel like these girls feel like they need to play the game in order to win you.
I've heard about it. And
100%.
Yeah.
That I could so see that happening.
But the thing is that if you do it, I will never talk to you again.
You need to talk about that in your Hebrew podcast.
If I like you and I text you and I answer immediately, whenever I can, immediately I text because I forget. So I do it immediately. And you think that playing the game with me would work? Not at all. It will make me like you less. And the girl that I was supposed to date when the war started, I'll tell you her name. You know who she is.
Offline.
Always took like 2 days to answer, 3 days, until I was like, you know what? I'm just not answering anymore. I was like, are you okay? Because there was a lot of missiles. Like there was a lot of falls in Tel Aviv.
Yeah.
And she lives in Tel Aviv. And I was like, are you okay? Just let me know you're okay. 2 days. And she's like, yeah, we're fine. F you.
Yeah.
F you. Like I would never, it's just disrespectful.
Yeah. But think about what I said, the reverse thing, because if I was a girl and I was trying to talk to you, I would play the game. Because you are who you are.
Unfortunately, that's why I'm still single.
Because of who you are. And I'm being serious. We'll talk about
It's
last
dumb.
hot take. Iran war lockdown is equivalent to the COVID war lockdown.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. It just, it took me like 3 days to just walk outside. To just go outside.
And take a little stroll.
And come back because I was losing my fucking mind. I was going crazy.
I felt the same way.
Nobody wanted to leave the house, which was okay and safe
Right.
because you should be near a shelter.
Right.
Even a 10-minute warning. Like I was driving to my parents' place, it's like 25-minute drive, and I was so scared to like if I was always thinking if the alarms go off now, I got nowhere to be. So I understand that. That's why it felt like the baby of a COVID in a war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So agreed. Guys, it's good to be back. We had kind of like an intense, emotional, funny.
Listen,
like,
it's the first one after the war.
Correct.
The reason we didn't do one last week is because your apartment got hit, and we also needed like time to
breathe.
let things, sink.
But guys, we're back. We're excited. We have a lot of fun events coming up. Matan and I are discussing doing a live show, which we need to still talk about and do, which we've been getting requests
I think the Stand Up Factory will be a great venue for that.
And we'll start planning that.
So we just need to understand if there's enough people to do maybe once every 3 months or whatever.
Let's start off with one and see where it goes.
And we'll set one up.
Yeah.
Sure.
And thank you guys. We love you guys. Continue rating us, commenting, asking us questions, Spotify, YouTube, everything.
You can find us everywhere, and we love you, and we're so happy to be back. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
עוד יותר, יוצרי התוכן של ישראל.
הפרק בשיתוף המרקט פלייס של אדיו, המציע למפרסמים להגיע למיליוני מאזינים בכל פלטפורמות האודיו, המוזיקה והפודקאסטים בארץ ובעולם.
אדיו.